Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. This one we're going to be going over how I got my credit score up to almost 800 at this point, giving you guys tips and tricks on how to do it. I use the free app Credit Karma, completely free. You just sign up, put in your information, put in your social security number, and I've had this app for a few years. So popular app, pretty reliable, safe, secure. But right now my score is 768. So currently, I'm working on getting that up there to 800. That takes time, as it's taken time to get to 768. I always, of course, paying your bills on time is very important. I have pretty much everything on auto pay, so that's good. Never miss a payment that way. At the same time, though, you don't overdo it. You want to track your spending. So on the other side of things, budgeting is very important. Even a zero-based budget. You don't want to have too much month left at the end of the money. Zero-based budget is good because it allocates where every single dollar is going. So that way you know where every single dollar is going, and you're not wondering, where'd that go, or what did I spend it on? And all a zero-based budget is exactly what it sounds like, where every dollar is allocated. So whereas a regular budget, you might have some leftover money for like spending money. It's allocated into it, as well as like, if you put money towards your retirement accounts, your Roth IRA, your traditional IRA, your 401k, your savings, any, investments, crypto, whatever it happens to be, it's all there. And, it can vary. If you have more money to play with, obviously, very easy to set up an Excel spreadsheet and put it into different categories: car insurance, maintenance, gas, rent, utilities, food, groceries, spending money, fun money, all that, all that good stuff. But as far as the credit score goes, my payment history is at 100%, which is obviously can't get any better than that. So that's a high impact. There's 6 factors that affect the credit score. So number 1, payment history, high impact. Number 2, also high impact, is your credit card usage. So your overall usage so whatever your credit limit is. So let's say it's could be 5,000, it could be 10,000, it could be 15,000, 20,000. I'm only using 2% of mine, so not bad at all. And it gives you a breakdown here of what it is, what each credit card. Like right now, I think I have 3 or 4. And generally, as far as this category goes, what to know: you want to try to stay under 30%, and even under 10% is even better. Like I'm at 2% right now, so that's amazing. And if your credit score fluctuates, within 5-10 points, no biggie. Like the highest my score has been so far is 787 was the highest, and then it went back down a little bit to 768, which is still great, still fantastic. When I first got my card back in, I believe, 2019, my score was like 658, which is still, I believe that's in the good range. Not bad, not terrible, but it's gone up over 100 points. And it's been at 768 for a while, since the beginning of the year, actually. Even last year it was like 754. So, and we're into 2022 now, so I've had my card about 3 years. So the next one is derogatory marks, high impact as well. I have 0. It gives you a breakdown of what it is. It says, debt collection and all that. They're good to avoid. They can stay on your report for 7 to 10 years. If you have public records like bankruptcies, civil judgments, tax liens, they're harder to remove. And you can also do disputes if any, if you want it removed or it's incorrect, obviously. Don't want any debt collectors calling and all that. It's watching a Seinfeld clip.
Well,
I'm sorry, excuse me 1 second. Hello? Oh, gee, I can't talk right now. Why don't you give me your home number and I'll call you later?
Well, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel.
It's an old show from the 90s, but it's got some funny episodes, and it's a sitcom. Next one on the list, number 4, is credit age. So that's a medium impact, and all credit ages is the length of time that you've had your credit card on average. So if you've had more than one card, so for example, my oldest account right here, 2 years and 9 months. My newest account is only 4 months ago. So the average of that, it's averaging it out to 2 years. and it breaks it down on how long I've had each one individually. And my newest one's my auto loan. Again, it breaks it down and tells you what percentage you've paid off, which is pretty cool. Making the payments on time, keeping the balance low. You don't even have to use your credit card. You can use your debit card, and most of the time, and then just once, like, swipe your credit card for like a pack of gum or for gasoline or whatever, something, that's not overly expensive, regardless of, I mean, I know gas prices are expensive, but I mean, pack of gum, some chips, a soda, whatever. But yeah, and then so the needs work category is 0 to 4 years. Fair is 5 to 6 years. Good is 7 to 8, and then excellent is 9+. Now this is according to Credit Karma. Just a medium impact though. I mean, so obviously my score within the next 2 years or sooner should hopefully be above 800. We'll see. I'll of course be doing a video on that and updating you guys. But again, 768, you can get great approval loans or approval odds on loans, good interest rates on financing a vehicle, or if you have the money for a house, that as well. Next thing, number 5, total accounts. Now this is a low impact. 7 accounts open, 1's closed, and the one that was closed I worked at Kohl's back in 2016, and they had like a store card, kind of like I have the Amazon store card, which I use, and you get 5% back. I don't know what it was at Kohl's, but at Amazon store card you do get 5% back, which is nice to spend on pretty much anything on Amazon. 7 open accounts. For this one, they do want you to have, it does say 11 to 20 is fair, and then 21 plus is excellent. Now I will say that's a lot of accounts to have open. Let me see what else we got here. The last one, hard inquiries. So hard inquiry as opposed to a soft inquiry. Soft inquiry is what we're doing now. It updates it daily on Credit Karma, and sometimes it doesn't. The score is the same, and the credit bureau themselves aren't going to. They probably update it maybe once a week, maybe every 2 weeks, whatever. But hard inquiries, I have 1. Preferably you want to have 0, but 1 is not bad. Those will typically stay on your report for up to 2 years, but their effects do fade over time. Again, that's a low impact. Like it says, temporary ding, scores usually bounce back within 3 months. So the hard inquiry, according to this, was May 17th of 2020. So about 2 years ago. Just says plan ahead and minimize your hard inquiries at least 9 to 12 months before trying to get a mortgage or a big loan. 768, I check the app almost daily. I'll just click on it and every couple days or whatever. Yeah, it's a good app, free, so check it out. My great uncle, his credit score is like 822, 824. I believe the highest you can have is like 850, I believe. But anything over 800 becomes diminishing returns. Happy with that, and yeah, almost 3 years, pretty good. As far as budgeting, we could do this in another podcast. It's important because me personally, I don't want to make money and not have that money work for me. Like, you want to put that into investments or somewhere where it's going to you're going to be earning compound interest. So like my IRA, I have it set up to automatically put in a certain amount of money per month, which is good. You can set that up if you have a IRA. You can have it put in a certain amount, I believe once a month, every 2 weeks, whatever it is, customize it. So that's good. And then if you have a 401k, or if your employer offers one, set that up, because they will match dollar for dollar up to, like, it varies on the company, let's say 3%, and then the next 2% they'll match half. So, and then even if you can set it up to, I believe it goes all the way up to 75%, but obviously you don't want to do it that high. So 10 to 12% is what I did have it set on. Each paycheck, it goes into there, and depending on how the market's doing, and will determine what you see back on each month on the statement, compound interest and all that. And obviously have an income, have money coming in each week, every other week, every month, whatever. And then ways to increase your income, obviously, this can be a whole topic in itself. Either a higher paying job, starting up a business, side hustle. Another option, third option, would be creating multiple streams of income, which kind of goes hand in hand with creating a business, side hustle, side income. Then when you do create a business, obviously when you see a success, don't go out there and buy like a Lamborghini or expensive sports car or whatever. Invest most of that money, if not all, back into the business. And this is what Nick Bear did before he even took a paycheck from the earnings. he kept investing it back into the business. Now they're an 8-figure brand. So it did take 5 years to really start gaining more and more traction to where it was self-sustaining after 5, and now their company's going to be 10 years old here in August, but they're just getting started. I follow his podcast and his YouTube channel, as well as some other YouTubers and other business owners that I watch and learn from and gain knowledge from, and to apply to my own life and my own goals, not just with business but also with like other areas of life, fitness, relationships, health, travel, technology, how to, this get off on a tangent, but like the laptop, upgraded the RAM to 32 gigabytes, which is plenty for video editing, even 4K editing. On a laptop, you can't upgrade the CPU or the GPU. However, you can do a free benchmark test online, which I did, and it'll test it. It does pretty well. It has great single core performance. So this is this current laptop I have for now. There's no real rush to upgrade. I mean, it's going to be nice to upgrade, but there's no lag or anything. I mean, it's a gaming laptop. Don't do a whole lot of gaming, but it's great for video editing. Again, 4 cores, so multi-core. My friend has a custom PC. I believe his has 8 cores, 8 or 12. I think it's 8, but 4 is good. Quad core. So his is an octa core, I believe. GeForce GTX graphics card, which still does pretty well. The Intel Core card as well. And it's a good laptop. Full HD screen. Good setup. It's a cool setup what I have here, because in front of me here I have my 32-inch monitor, full HD. And then over here we got I believe this is 15.6 laptop. And when I travel or whatever, or need to bring my laptop somewhere, this thing has, that's another thing I upgraded, was the hard drive, but I can just unplug everything and put the laptop and charger in my laptop bag, and that's it. Got a spare mouse in there as well. Obviously bought a gaming keyboard. I can do a tour of my setup here, my video recording setup for the podcast. I can do a tour of the whole setup with the computer and the recording studio here. It came with 256 gigabytes, which wasn't really enough. I mean, when you're editing a bunch of video and doing a bunch of graphic design work in Photoshop. So I went ahead, and it wasn't too expensive. I believe it was like $80. We put in a 1 terabyte hard drive, SSD second hard drive, because it did have the space for it. And we also have a third 2 terabyte external hard drive, which just plugs right into the USB port, which is in my laptop bag. So plenty of storage. That's over 3 terabytes. I even switched the scratch disk on Photoshop from internal C drive to the second hard drive that we installed. So it's working great. Plenty of storage. I saw one YouTuber, he was doing an overview and saw that his has like almost 10 terabytes, 9 or 10, so good amount. The thing is, when I do upgrade, and if I do go with another Acer laptop or anything that would be compatible with plugging in the new hard drive, and I could take out both hard drives, to be honest, which I probably will. They have, for the internal one that came with it, they have adapters I believe that you can buy, and even with the second one, and then plug it in through the USB. They're both very fast, faster than the external one I bought, which is not bad, but these are faster. The RAM, they're 2 16 gigabyte sticks. I believe they're dual channel RAM. I can go over this in a video. Dual or single, I don't know. Either way, the RAM's fast enough for my needs. The most RAM that I've seen this laptop use during rendering or when I have a lot of tabs open on Google Chrome is around 23. I've seen it the highest that it's spiked, just like 23. And again, other people's computers, they probably have, average computer's gonna come with like 8 or 16. Like this had 8 when I bought it, which I still have the 8 gig stick, 2 of them up there, because I bought 2 16 gigs because it has 2 slots. But some people have 64, 128, 256. Watched a bunch of YouTubers, and plenty of knowledge gains to be had and to apply into your own life to achieve your goals and what you set out to do. So it's all at your fingertips. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Don't want this podcast to go on for too long. Got some Got some fruit I still need to eat here. Got some grapes, got some cantaloupe. Finished my workout for the day. Already had my protein shake, drinking some water as well over here. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll have a new vlog coming your guys' way. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I post there pretty much daily. Keep on trucking.